It's a new year, so it feels like it's time for a new wine, Carmela.
Well, what do you have in mind?
Well, this week we're going to discover a white wine from Argentina grown at very high altitudes called Torrontés.
Ooh, I don't think we've ever had that one before.
You are right as usual, Carmela, but I say we just dig into it and see what we think.
I'm ready.
Let's do it. Hello, and welcome to the Wine Pair Podcast. I'm Joe, your sommelier of a reasonably priced wine, and this is my wife and my wine pairing partner in crime, Carmela.
Hi there.
And we are the Wine Pair. Okay, a quick orientation. I just want to sing it for those of you who may be new to the podcast. In each episode, we learn about and taste and review 3 wines that are reasonably priced. That means under $20 and should be easy for you to find. And our goal is to have some fun, learn about some new wines, and talk about wines in a way that regular people like us can understand. And we are proud to say that we are officially recommended by the editors of Decanter magazine, who call us fun, irreverent, chatty, and entertaining.
Oh my goodness. Again, it never gets old.
Never gets old. Okay, so Carmela, we are back in our old digs again after a brief hiatus into the bowels of the garage, and we are back in our palatial...
that's true.
Yeah, we're back at our palatial recording table in the basement.
Right. We've graduated.
Yeah, and
we are demoted and now promoted.
And so what could be better than that, other than maybe watching the next episode of White Lotus?
Oh my goodness. How did we even start that?
You know, one thing I was reflecting on too, they drink a lot of wine in the White Lotus.
They do. We may have to do a White Lotus episode.
Wine episode. I like it. Okay, well, and one thing that could potentially be better than White Lotus is that we are back also to one of our favoritist episode series in the whole wide world, the What the Fuck series, where we get to learn about wines that we, and probably you out there in listening land, know little to nothing about.
Right. But I love the WTF because that could be also like WTF is White Lotus. Like, oh my God, WTF, people.
It is. It's just every day. It's like, what just happened? But we love this series because as nerdy lifelong learners who also love wine, this is like the best thing ever. And in this episode, as we said in the quick intro, we're trying a white wine originally from the World Cup champion country of Argentina called Torrontés that is grown at very high altitudes. And we'll talk about that. How about that?
I love it. What a great idea.
And you love it, especially because you love white wine.
That's right.
And you know,
what do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
What are you trying to get from me?
No, I just wanted you to do this instead of watching the White Lotus. That's it.
You couldn't pull me away.
Yeah, no, I was like, please, just
coaxing
one night. Yeah.
Yes, just an hour of your time, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, what I was going to say is it's kind of funny, but I find that as I'm drinking more wine and learning about more different types of wines, I'm really coming to appreciate white wines.
I think I can tell.
Yeah.
You have no problem sharing white wine with me now.
No, and like at restaurants, I like normally be like, oh, maybe I'll have a white wine or sparkling before dinner, and then, you know, with dinner have a red. Like, nah, a lot of times I'm just like, nope, we're going to keep that white wine flowing.
But how do you feel, you know, with having certain foods and then continuing to drink a white wine?
Well, I think you have to have the right foods. So I definitely wouldn't drink it if I thought it was really
right wine.
I'm sorry. Yeah, but I wouldn't drink it if I thought, oh, this, you know, like this really needs a red wine. But I think actually white wines, especially different types of white wines, which I'm curious about this one today, they can go with a variety of foods. It doesn't have to just be like white wine with white meats and fish and red wine with red meat. It doesn't have to be that way. And I also think I like white wines a lot because a lot of times they're high acid wines, and that, again, they go well with food. They tend not to be oaked very often, and I kind of like that. And we've talked about this before. We talked about it like in our Albarino episode, in episode 45. But sometimes it just feels like white wines, you kind of get a little bit more bang for your buck. Like it's easier to find white wines, I think, under $20.
Priced.
Yeah. And sometimes red wines are just more expensive than white wines.
I like that.
Yeah. And I think also we love these WTF episodes because they're fun and they're kind of exciting because also in most cases, like today, we have never had this wine before, at least as far as I know. Yeah.
No. And it's fun that we're trying them the same time that we're reviewing them for the people in listening land.
Yeah. And so you can enjoy it with us and you can hear, I think, you know, you get the real poop The real
Wow.
poop. You really...
He'll say the F word, but he won't.
I won't
He'll
say shit.
Yeah.
No, but the real scoop, like we're not
Scoop poop.
scoop of poop, and we'll tell you what we really
scoop.
think. And I think sometimes we've had really good luck with these WTF series, like the Carmenere. We really liked that one, and that was kind of fun and a different wine. And then we've had some clunkers, like when we did the one on Carignan.
Oh, yeah. That was the best.
Yeah,
that's okay. That's why we do it.
That's why we do it. So you don't have to do it, or maybe so you will
we're
do it, or
saving you,
something like
people.
that. It's okay. And you don't just have to take our word for it. Try them yourself and see what you think. And this is how, again, you find out what you like and what you don't like, and if you agree with us or not. And it doesn't matter if you agree with us or not. We just hope you use this as a shortcut.
Right.
So then, okay. And because, again, this is a wine we haven't had before, we're going to tell you the real story. We're not going to pull any punches, and we won't punch you.
Is this storytelling time?
No, I'm not going to tell any stories.
Oh.
But we're also not going to punch the people out there, because that would be mean. That would be kind of mean. Okay.
Boy, this is a lot.
Yeah, I know.
WTF,
I
buddy.
know. So we're super excited to try this wine called Torrontés, right, Carmela?
I'm so excited.
And we'll talk about where it's from and the high altitudes and the wines we chose, and we'll taste them and rate them and review them. But first,
wait a minute. High altitudes are not good for you. Why is that?
because I get lightheaded at the thought of a high altitude. I mean, I just actually... I'm passing out.
I can't do this on my own.
I wonder if
honey.
the wine will make me feel like I'm at
wondering.
a high altitude.
I mean, just when you said, all I can think about is when you say high altitude is like,
okay,
Joe might not make it.
Okay, it's off script, but paint the picture of me going up a high
Well,
altitude.
the thing is that even if Joe's kind of placebo too. Like you can say something's high altitude, even if it's not, and he will still feel the effects.
And
of high altitude. And all of a
me?
sudden he'll be like, I'm getting a little lightheaded.
It's totally true.
And he starts like patting his forehead and
sweating.
I don't feel very well. I mean,
and it's not because I'm an anxious person or anything.
Sure.
That's not. It has nothing to do with it.
Wait a minute. No, it's absolutely the reason why you start feeling something when maybe there is high altitude and maybe there isn't.
And by the way, high altitude for me is like 500 feet. Anything above 500 feet, like forget it. Because we live in Seattle. We're at sea level. So give us a break. But first, Carmela, before we get to do that, what do we need to do?
We need to do our shameless plug.
That's right. So if you're enjoying what you're hearing, we think it would be super peachy. I've used this one before.
Wow.
If you would subscribe to our podcast. It'd
be swell.
Like right now. Yeah, it'd be super swell. We think it would be super swell.
And groovy.
And groovy if you left us a nice rating review on our website or on your podcast service so that people who are, out there looking around for a new podcast will go, what the fuck? I should listen to this.
Oh my God.
How about that? And you can also follow us or reach out to us on Instagram at The Wine Pair Podcast or on Counter Social or contact us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com. And as we do every week, we'll tell you someone we think you should tell about The Wine Pair Podcast. And this week, we want you to tell anyone you know who likes to play soccer or whose name includes Lionel or Messi.
Oh boy. Okay, so it can either be one or the other.
Yeah, maybe I'm giving too many choices. Maybe it should be soccer lovers.
Well, right. But if you know somebody who their name includes those names, tell us about them because we want to know.
We want to know.
Who are they?
And do you know Lionel Messi?
Exactly.
If you know him,
it could
then
be
we really want to know.
that's the case.
I agree.
But soccer players, woo!
Okay, so Carmela, by the way, the side note, Carmela was a soccer player. And by the way, if you hear an alarm go off, it's because Carmela has started to bake a cake for her baby cakes business. And she only agreed to do it if she could also bake a cake at the same time. Well, so if you hear an alarm, you'll know why.
Oh boy. I know. And I'm a little nervous about it, but I can't screw it up. So I'm going to have to
do you have your alarm on?
Yeah, I got it right here.
Okay, good, because it'll interrupt us. That's awesome.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, so Carmela, let's get back to the topic at hand and talk about what the F exactly Torrontés is.
Okay,
because again, I will tell you, and again, prepping for this episode, I was like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. And so Torrontés is a wine that is grown almost exclusively in Argentina and is considered the flagship white wine of Argentina, although there's a little bit also grown in South American countries like Chile and Peru. And it's a wine that can be dry to moderately sweet, is low in tannin, medium acid, and also low alcohol and light-bodied. I don't know why I'm telling you all that, but I'm just telling you that.
No, that's helpful.
So I think, though, from that perspective, Torrontés doesn't sound all that different from other white wines, right?
Right.
Well, you're not right.
Oh, high altitude.
No. Well, also the flavor profile. So the flavor profile, I think you'll find this interesting. Okay. It's often described as having a rose or geranium smell
very
and
floral
taste.
Then.
Yeah. Often you hear about like that rose with what?
Well, with rose and like tar.
Yeah, like with red wines.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
with red wines, yes.
Yeah, and this wine is often called aromatic. And what do you think of when you hear that word aromatic?
Well, it's got a nice bouquet on it. There's a lot of scent to it, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And it's
And
also
floral, that gives off quite a strong smell typically. So interesting.
and it's also supposed to smell kind of sweet, so we'll see what that means. And sometimes it's compared to Riesling or Moscato.
Oh.
Now, Riesling we like. Moscato, I'm not
say
so sure
too
about. It's a little
sweet for
sweet.
us,
A little sweet,
I
yeah.
think.
Yeah, and it's supposed to go well with Asian and Indian food, so this is right up
little
our alley.
spicy foods.
Yeah, and an interesting fun fact. Are you ready for fun fact? Are you ready for a fun fact?
Cannot wait for the fun fact.
Okay, you're going to love this one.
Okay.
Okay, there are evidently 3 types of Torrontés wine grapes that a Torrontés wine can be made from, which is really effing confusing. And we ran into this before too in one of the other wines that we did. But it seems that like different regions make different Torrontés wines made from a different version of the grape, and they can then be in different styles of the wine. And the 3 types of Torrontés are you ready?
I'm ready.
Torrontés Riojano, Torrontés San Juanino, and Torrontés Mendocino.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
And again, we had almost this exact issue with the Trebbiano wines that we did for the Feast of the Seven Fishes, because it's like Trebbiano what? Like, is it
Right.
Trebbiano? Is it called something? Whatever. So
Interesting. So it can be any one of those 3.
that's right. So I'm going to make you take a wild guess. Okay, wild guess.
The
Ready?
quizzes.
I'm going to give you $5 if you get it right.
Really?
Which of these 3, Torrontés Riojano, Torrontés San Juanino, or Torrontés Mendocino, is the most popular?
I'm going to go with number 3.
You are incorrect. It is Torrontés Riojano, which grows in the Salta region of Argentina. And I did have this note. Like I have this note that when I was putting the show notes together, I was actually watching Argentina play Australia in the World Cup.
My
so
goodness.
It's like,
That's so
I wrote
cool.
these notes a while ago. But anyway, so 2 of the wines that we're trying today are from Salta, which again is from this northern area of Argentina. The third is from Mendoza, which is really famous for Malbec, but they also grow Torrontés in this region. So we're going to see, one is made from one, a couple are made from the other. We'll see if they're different from each other. So we'll see how they do.
Okay.
And again, the Salta region, I mentioned this before, of Argentina is super high altitude. And like other Argentinian grapes, Torrontés is often grown. I am getting a little lightheaded.
I was going to say, who's working, who's tending to these grapes?
The people who can take it, but
I
they're grown
guess
at
so.
between 5,000 to 10,000 feet.
Wow.
That's super high.
Is it hot or cold up there?
Well, I was going to ask you, what do you think actually it is interesting about high altitude wines?
Well, ask me again.
Like, why would it be hot or cold up there
Well, I think it gets cold
at night?
Yeah. Well,
but during the day, they can get tons
really
of
warm.
sun.
Yeah, sure.
So that is one of the things about high altitude is that you can have really cool nights and
Right.
really warm
days.
days. Yeah. So that is
That's pretty unique.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And evidently, too, these wines are made from grapevines that are old, very old. According to one article you can find in our show notes, if you go to this episode and look in our show notes, over a third of Salta's vines, so this area of Argentina, are over 100 years old.
Oh,
So they've been
my
around for a while.
goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah, and they're usually not oaked. They're considered to be crisp and best consumed in the first couple of years after they're released, which sounds right up our alley. So I think I'm ready to try them.
Me too.
I am. But first, we have to learn a little bit about the wines that we chose for today.
Jeez.
Okay, Carmel. How's your cake doing? How much time you got?
Let's see. We're good. We're good. We got plenty of time.
Okay, so as usual, all the wines we've chosen for this episode are under $20. And in fact, none of the wines that we are trying today is over $14.
Nice.
So how about
Very
that?
affordable.
Yeah, and all the wines are wines that you should be able to find because we bought them all on wine.com. And again, while you may not be able to find these particular wines in a local wine shop or whatever, I'm sure if you go to a local wine shop or a Total Wine or, you can get them, either find them there or you can ask them to order them and it won't be hard to do.
Do they usually have an Argentina section?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it just depends on the wine shop.
Sure.
I kind of think that Total Wine might.
I feel like I've seen one before.
Yeah, I know they have regions at least in Europe. I don't know. I need to go do some more research.
We're going to go on a little field trip.
Yes, we will. Okay, and then again, all of the wines too that we're trying today have been rated by some professional wine reviewer out there with a score of over 90.
Great.
Although 2 of them That reviewer is
Jimmy.
Jim Suckling, who gives everything a 90 or higher. But I have a special bonus for you today, Carmela.
Oh, wow.
All of the wines are screw caps. That's right.
Oh, my God. We didn't even need to bring the corkscrew down.
No, I didn't. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
no,
amazing.
you didn't. No, you didn't.
No, I didn't. But you just told me.
I did.
Oh.
Woohoo. No screw cap. I mean, no corkscrew. No screw. They are screw cap. No corkscrew.
This is confusing.
No, I like screw caps.
I do too.
And then, you just don't have to worry about it bringing a corkscrew.
Or like breaking the cork. You don't break
No.
the cork, though, ever. You're really
Sometimes, remember that one time I did?
good. One time.
Yeah, and that worked real hard.
That's
I was
okay.
sweating. I'm sweating
Yeah.
right now.
Why are you sweating, honey?
Because I'm worried about your cake. Okay. So the first
You
one.
liar.
I am
You are
really
lying.
nervous about the cake. So the first one we're going to try is called Amalaya Blanco.
I'm a liar.
Amalaya.
See, I'm a liar.
No, I'm not a liar. That's the name of the wine.
Okay, wait a
It was
minute.
only
Amalaya.
$10.99. Okay. So if it's a good wine, I'm a liar. No, if it's a good wine, it's a screaming
I don't know if I
deal.
can trust you.
I'm a liar.
It's a screaming deal.
Okay, now I have to edit that out. Okay, now this one also got a 93 rating from Decanter. So,
We like
there
Decanter.
you go. Yeah, that's right.
Because
So
they like us.
yeah, so we have high hopes. Now, what's interesting about this wine, it's a blend of 85% Torrontés and 15% Riesling. And so it's not
wow.
100% Torrontés.
It's not a purebred, huh?
It's not a purebred horse. And the wine website, the website of the wine, says that the wine is grown at an altitude of 5,900 feet in the Calchaquí Valley, which is part of Salta and is one of the highest vineyards in the world. And I'm starting to get.
I was going to say, you're looking a little peaked.
Ooh, maybe that's why I'm sweating. Okay, so then the second wine
Even though we're in the basement, the lowest part of our house.
Is it though? But how high is it?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know. Okay. The second one we're going to try is called Zolo Torrontés, and it's from the Mendoza area of Argentina. So it's a little bit farther south in the Salta
thank
area.
God.
And it is at a high elevation, but this one makes me feel more comfortable because it's only like 3,500 feet. I mean, that's
Yeah, you
nothing.
look better already.
Yeah. Whew. And they claim that this wine is 100% Torrontés, but they don't say which version of the Torrontés wine it is.
Weird.
So,
Should we expect that it's going to be the most popular one?
oh
I
no,
don't know.
actually, I'm betting it's not. I bet it's Torrontés San Juanino or
Why?
Torrontés Mendocino.
Why are you guessing that?
I don't know.
have
I'm
a good
making it
feeling
up.
about it?
I'm just
You're
making.
just like,
I'm making it up.
okay.
I'm making it up. Who knows? They also claim that the wine is sustainably farmed,
Okay.
so you got that going for you.
Look at that. I like
And
that.
it's also only $11.99. So again, if it's
Wow.
good wine,
We're going to get it by the cases.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Tomorrow.
How's the cake doing? How's the?
Wow. You
much
are
time?
really stressed about this. We got 3 minutes,
Oh,
buddy.
crapola.
Can we wrap
Okay.
this up? No,
So
take your time.
the last wine we're going to try is the last wine we're going to try is called Bodega Colome Torrontés.
Oh.
And it's from the Salta region, like the first one, and it's also from the Calchaquí Valley, and it's also listed as vegan. And I'm not a liar. And if you are curious about what makes a wine vegan, we do talk about that in episode 41.
Yes.
So go and find it, people.
Right,
I don't
right.
have to tell
Or
you everything in every
go-
episode.
Go back and review that.
Yeah, now listen to this. This is another wine that's grown at super high altitudes. This is what the website says. Their wines are grown at 7,218 feet to 10,207 feet above sea
Okay,
level.
people.
Seems a little bit too exact.
Wow, we don't need that.
No, that
We
was a
don't-
little.
That's
again,
amazing.
I'm
Actually, that would be something you would do, though. You would
no,
be like
it's
that.
7,218.
And if I was
feet.
like one off, you would make sure I
no,
knew.
Carmela, no, you missed a foot.
It's 217. It would be something like, yeah, very minor, but very important to you.
That's right. And this wine is also 100% Torrontés. And it's our most expensive wine, $13.99.
breaking the
bank. So, no, it's not bad. And what's been a little bit interesting about learning about these wines is they're not really clarifying if they're like made in stainless steel, but I think they're fermented in stainless steel. I think they are.
We'll
They
find
don't.
out.
Yeah, they don't say if they're oaked, but I don't think they are. And I'm not sure if they go through malolactic fermentation, which again is used sometimes to reduce acids. I don't know, but we'll see. You know, we're going to try it. So listen, they're still in the fridge. They're really cold. I'm super excited to try them. I know you're fired up,
Cold.
Carmela.
Are they supposed to be extra cold? Is that the recommendation?
I'm gonna pull them out, but I think they can be. We're gonna find out if we think they're good fridge cold. But I think a crispy white wine, good to have fridge cold.
Maybe especially your first time trying something.
Yeah.
Because you can always let it sit out.
Yeah,
Warm
and
up
I do
touch.
actually think that these wines are supposed to be served
Cooler.
at like a refrigerator cold.
Okay.
So we're gonna take a break.
Take out the cake.
Carmela's gonna take out. Thank God we made it.
Woo,
Woo,
we
the
did
alarm didn't
well.
even
Good
go off. How
job.
much time is left?
Oh, we have bunches of time.
How much?
1 minute and 12 seconds.
Jeez. I like the exactness too. It's just like the altitude. It wasn't. You could have
now
said
it's
1 minute.
1 minute and 5 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right, people. Let's take a break. Carmela will take the cakes out of the oven. I'll pour some wine, and we'll be back to try our first Torrontés.
Woo!
Okay, we are back, and we are ready to try our first wine. But wait, Carmela, how did the cakes turn out?
Perfect.
Didn't they
Our
really?
timing was so good.
Oh,
honey.
that's good.
Thank
That's
you.
good. Yeah, you're welcome. And thanks for not having the alarm go off. Okay, our first wine, and I'm not a liar, is Amalaya Blanco from Argentina, the northern Calchaquí Valley. And the producer is Amalaya, part of the Folio Fine Wine Partners. This is a 2021. It's $10.99. Again, we got it at wine.com. 13% alcohol, which is actually a decent amount.
Yeah.
85% Torrontés and 15% Riesling, which it says right on the
see it.
label. Also, how high of an altitude.
My God, it does tell you.
Yeah, what does it say?
It must be their claim to fame.
What does it say?
5,900 feet above sea level.
That's right.
Are
And
you feeling it? Maybe
and
it's the wine.
Maybe it is the wine, although I haven't had any wine
What
yet.
happens if you go up in a high altitude and you drink wine?
I think your head explodes.
No, I'm
not
asking
sure.
just you. Like, what happens to you?
I'll be happy. I'll sweat. I'll sweat, though. But I sweat all the time. Anyway, and a decanter gave this one a 93. Carmela.
It's really a pretty label,
It
too.
is pretty.
What do you think the swirl is for?
God.
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Isn't that pretty?
Can you tell me what you're smelling?
Oh,
It's super pretty. Can
oh.
you tell me what you're smelling in the wine? It's like she forgot why we were here.
Right. I'm just so captivated by this wine. It's going to my head.
Oh my God. What are you smelling?
It's nice.
It's nice.
It's nice.
I think it's
so
nice. It's nice too.
I think I'm getting some of those floral notes.
Are you?
I think so.
Maybe it's in your head. I'm getting a little apple.
Yeah, for sure. Some apple, even a little pear. It's almost a little sweeter scent, like a little bit of a green pear.
Yeah. I agree. And I think there's a little bit of complexity and there's something like kind of earthy or musty or something in there. Herbal.
Really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
It's
I am
nice. It's
getting
got
a
some
little bit of
depth.
that floral, like that rose.
Okay.
And you might have just put it in my head. I don't know.
Geranium. Smell it. It's got a little earth, I think a little dirt or
like
pot.
a little garden, like your
clay pot or something.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Being
okay.
serious. Okay, well, let's taste it.
Okay.
Ooh,
What do you think?
it's nice. It's got complexity. It's got a little spice on it. It's got a little, I don't know. It's nice. It's really nice.
Wow.
I like it. It's
Definitely got some
depth.
spice. But not like an herbal spice, not like baking spices
No.
at all. It's
Spicy.
And it's acidic too. Definitely. Not overly sweet. What do you think?
It smells much sweeter than it tastes. It's got some good bitterness on it. You're right. It's very acidic. It's nice. It doesn't have a ton of fruit, but it's got some good depth to it, I feel like.
Interesting. It
Yeah.
is. It's different. Do you think it reminds you of a Riesling at all?
Not really. Not
No.
a ton. I think Rieslings are a little bit more fruity. But the one thing I will say about Riesling, that sometimes it can have like kind of that gasoline-y kind of smell or taste at the end. I think this has a touch of that.
Almost in the taste rather than the smell. I don't
Just a touch of it.
Yeah.
though. Yeah. What would you eat with this Torrontés?
Well, I do think that you could do a spicy food with this,
For
like
sure.
Asian or Indian.
For sure.
It would pair really well, balance it.
A little bit of pear in it. Yeah.
Ooh,
I think so too.
what's
I think
wrong with our light over there?
I don't know.
Strobe light.
I don't know.
It's the high altitude.
It's the altitude. It's making me crazy. I was going to say, I think pastas, like white, like creamy pastas, it would do really nice.
Yeah. What about like a pesto?
Yeah.
Might be a little strong.
Really?
I don't know. I'm going
I
back
think
and
it'd be
forth on that
nice.
one.
I think it would be nice with
Okay,
pesto. Something
okay.
garlicky. I think it'd be really nice. What else would you eat with it?
I think a pizza, a Bianco pizza, or
Bianco
what else?
pizza.
I feel like this would do
Cake?
really well.
Would cake go with that?
Sure.
Okay.
I eat cake with, or I drink wine with anything, eat cake with anything.
I like it. What were we going to say?
I was going to say also even this. I don't know what made me think of this, but like a chicken sandwich or something.
Sandwich?
A Sammy.
Chicken Sammy?
As-
Okay. I
You
like
think
that.
so?
I'll
Like
do
a little
that.
bit of a grilled chicken sandwich.
Okay, I'll buy that. Okay, should we rate it, or you kind of want to keep drinking it? So you just keep pounding that thing.
Wow. Can I have another glass?
No, but you were like, I don't know if I'm gonna drink tonight. I might Lotus, blah, blah, blah. And now you're like, woo, party!
Well, that's like the White Lotus.
Yeah,
You get in the
You wanna
mood. People
party?
get in
You
the
wanna
mood.
party?
Real. That's right.
I will say they drink a ton on White Lotus.
They don't.
They drink so much.
Honey,
on
they're
White Lotus.
actors.
Okay, I know it's not real, but I'm just saying the director made a choice to have them drink a lot.
Well, they're on vacation.
Okay, anyway.
But I'm not, you're right.
I don't know why you can't just accept my observation.
They're always like eating and drinking and eating and drinking.
Yeah. And nobody's going to the bathroom. Okay. Anyway.
Oh, weird. True.
Let's do our rating scale. And as our rating, and as a reminder on our rating scale, we rate on a scale of 1 to 10, no halvesies, whole numbers, where 7 and above means that we'd buy it, and 4 below means we're going to pour it down the sink. And between a 5 and a 6, it's like, man, it's pretty good. I'll probably keep drinking it. But if there's other alternatives, I'll probably choose that. So what rating would you give this wine?
Okay, this is pretty different than what we've had before. Yeah. I don't really want to just give it something huge right out of the gate because I want to try these other ones. Okay. Give it a little comparison. But so I'm going to give it a 6.
You can always change your rating. I'm going to give
it a 6 and I might change it. I mean, I like it.
Well, I'm going way different. I'm starting out at 8.
Wow.
I think it's really good.
Okay.
I think it's really tasty. I think it's got depth. I think it's got character. I think it's a little different. It's not a super typical white wine. I kind of feel like it's a white wine that maybe some red wine lovers would like because it's got some of this depth and complexity in it.
True.
So there you go. Okay. All right. Well, I think we should take a quick break and we're going to try our next wine.
All right.
Okay, we are back and we are ready to try our next Torrontés. This one is called Zolo Torrontés, and it's got a kind of
Zorro.
No, Zolo, like I'm flying Zolo today. No, but it's got kind of a cool bottle. It's got this guy with his hat kind of flying off. It's kind of cool looking.
Right away, you said that you liked it.
Yeah, now this one is from Argentina, but Mendoza, so a little bit different area than the other two. The producer is Bodega Zolo, part of the Bodega Tapiz company of wines. How about that? This is a 2020. It was $11.99 at wine.com. So again, great price. 13.7% alcohol.
Wow, these are high in alcohol.
They actually are pretty high in alcohol.
Like for a white wine?
Yeah.
I just yelled at you, sorry.
Yeah. Thank you for yelling at me. This is 100% Torrontés as far as I know. And James Sakalenga gave it a 91.
Wow.
Let's get 91.
Zolo.
90 is Zolo. Okay,
so queso
is cheese in Spanish.
Gosh, okay. Yeah. Now I maybe forget what I was going to say.
Hey,
what's the altitude on this?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I can look it up.
Okay.
Jesus. Okay.
Trying to stump you.
Yeah. You got me. I got to go back through the notes. Okay. These wines are a little bit like, we've mentioned this before. Somebody hasn't gone to the, drank enough water today. No, but it's a yellow. It's very yellow. It's kind
dark.
of pretty. It's kind of, you just keep saying dark. I don't think it's that dark.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
It's not that dark.
You were saying it's darker. I mean, they're pretty yellow.
They're yellow.
They're darker yellow.
Okay. What are you smelling?
Okay, so I'm getting a little more apple on this one.
Fruitier.
Yeah, a little more fruit on it. But I'm also getting that little bit of that.
Are you getting that gasoline kind of smell? If you give it a nice big whiff, you put that nose right in that glass, and if you start to smell, woo, she got her nose wet. No, but you can smell.
Are you trying to tell people I have a big nose?
No, you don't have a big nose.
Wait a minute.
No, I am definitely getting a little bit of that gasoline smell. So maybe it's not the Riesling. I'm changing the subject.
I thought you were going to say no. I definitely think.
I mean, you should actually tell us what you smell because you can smell really well. Okay.
Wow. That's okay.
Yeah,
fine. I'll tell you.
Sweet. It's got some sweetness too. I'm not smelling like really flowers or floral on this one. Are you?
Not like the other one. I don't know if I like the scent as much on this one.
Oh, okay. I think it's not. I think it's less complex smelling to me.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try it. Let's see what we think.
Okay.
Ooh. It's interesting. They do taste a little bit different than they smell.
Wow.
This one's tart almost.
So it's like sour.
Yeah. It's tart. But I am getting fruit. That. Not a lot. I am getting that like kind of gasoline-y, gluey taste at the end. It's not got a great aftertaste either. No. I don't think.
It's not. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know even what to compare it to. What do you think?
I'm not sure. It's citrusy. It's got some citrus, got some melon. But it's almost like grapefruit. I'm tasting grapefruit.
Maybe it's grapefruit and the pith.
I'm tasting grapefruit.
It's like you were really excited about that grapefruit and you dug into the pith.
Yeah. And you were like, it was like when you were a little kid and you're like, oh, this looks like a big orange.
Yeah. And then you're like,
oh no, just put sugar. And then they'd put like pour sugar on it.
Right.
Did they ever
parents were,
like, what is the point of having a delicious fruit?
And you know who loves their grandparents always
love a goddamn grapefruit.
Right. And they'd slice it. We had like a special.
And it looks so good.
We had a special knife just how to, those with has little ridges all the way around it.
Like a spork?
Yeah. No, yeah, it looked like one, but the ridges were like the cutting things. What are those called? The serrators.
Serrated edge.
Serrations. No, what's the word?
Yeah, the serrated edge.
Yeah, it went all the way around, and then they just like chop it into like triangles.
Yeah,
and it looked so good. But this is what it tastes like.
It's really bitter. Really grapefruity. It's not super.
It's different. I mean, I don't not like it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
What to make of it?
I think it would be better with food. What almost spilled? What food would you have with this?
I need to keep my hands on, like
Zolo.
sit on my hands.
Yes, go Zolo.
What would I eat with it? Oof, I don't know. A lot of the same things as we mentioned before. But again, I think you need to do something spicy.
I think you need a spicy or fried food with this because I think you need something to cut through.
Even like fish and chips.
Yeah, something to cut through that bitterness.
Or fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
Wow.
I think
fried chicken with this.
Y'all get some fried chicken.
Wow.
Now the light here, we have a little light box, so you can always see what these bottles and stuff look like if you go to our Instagram. Yeah. So I got this crazy light box, which if you've seen our Instagram, you know that I use all the time. Yeah. But right now the light is like freaking
flickering
out.
It's either like I change the batteries or
it's like a horror movie. It's like White Lotus.
Ooh, God!
I just feel like that.
Are we watching
Jennifer Coolidge is gonna like pop out of it.
Oh.
Okay. What else would you?
Great.
Anything else? I would
love to drink wine with her.
Would that be the best ever?
Oh my God. She drinks white wine.
And champagne. She likes her sparkling.
She does drink a lot of sparkling. That's so funny.
Okay, what rating would you give it this vino?
Okay, so I'm feeling as if I'm gonna need to bump up the other one for sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna give this one right now a 5.
You're gonna give it a 5.
Yeah, I'm really not going.
You're not digging it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna bring the other one up to a 7.
Okay. Well, I'm at a 6 for this one. I actually, I don't
a 6. Okay.
I don't mind it that much. I don't think it's like horrible.
It's not offensive.
No. It's not terrible.
And I will finish it.
Yeah.
But I just don't know.
You would not buy it. I don't think I'd buy it either. That's why I give it a 6. Like, I don't think I'd buy it either. Boy, that light is just going crazy.
I know.
But it's,
we have a storm out there?
Well, we did last night. It was like a windstorm.
Ooh.
But, no, I mean, I think it's good, but I don't know that I definitely wouldn't go out of my way to buy it. She was going to sneeze. We were pausing because she was going to sneeze and she never sneezed.
Sorry.
It's something that anyway, I don't know what happened.
Between that light flickering.
Yeah, maybe it's the light and the elevation.
And the high altitude. Yeah, even though we're still in the basement of our house.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So I'm giving it a 6. You gave it a 5. I don't know. I think let's see what we think of our next. And this, by the way, again, this was the one of the 3 that was not from the Salta region, the classic area where Torrontés is. This is more in the Mendoza region where there's more Malbec. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's part of it too. Anyway, let's take a pause, clean out our glasses, and we'll try our last wine.
All right.
Okay, we are back and we're ready to try our last wine. This is Bodega Colomé Torrontés. This is from Argentina against Salta. The producer is Bodega Colomé, owned by the Hess family vineyards or Hess family estates. All of these are like owned by some big conglomerate. This is 2021, $13.99. So this is our most expensive one of the night. Wine.com is where we got it. 13.5% alcohol. So again, kind of high.
All about the same or similar. Mm-hmm.
Torrontés, again, the grapes, I think it's 100%. And James Suckling gave it a 92.
Okay, James.
Now this one I think is really pretty. It's a little lighter in color.
It is lighter.
The bottle's kind of pretty too. So
really nice. Yeah.
If you get a chance to go to our website, it's kind of this tall bottle with a really pretty label. Mm-hmm. And on the label, it says what, Carmela?
High altitude vineyard.
That's right.
And it's 1,700 what?
Meters.
So
it's, like 3 feet in a meter.
Right.
So it's super high.
Oh, wow. Thanks for that.
More. Oh, jeez. Okay. You know what's interesting? I smelled this and I got all of a sudden that smell of like roses or flowers.
Oh, okay. Initially, I did not.
I didn't initially either. I guess if I'm not putting my full nose, like if you just kind of don't put your full nose, that big old full nose, and she's very beautiful, my wife. No, but if
she's got a big nose.
No, but put that nose about 3 feet away from the glass and smell.
God.
No, just put it over. I'm being very serious.
Okay.
Try and give me a break here. Just kind of put your nose over the glass.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit of that kind of flowery, rosy smell.
It has a sweeter bouquet to it.
And if I put it in there, I'm getting that like kind of, again, that gasoline-y kind of smell.
But not as bad.
Yeah, you were smelling something else.
Well, I feel like it's opened up a bit. I know this is a white wine, but it's changed a little bit since we first opened it. Maybe it was swirling it, giving it a little bit of air.
Mm-hmm. It's got bitterness, but I'm also smelling...
a little spice.
Oh, really? I'm smelling citrus, like lime or lemon.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely like lime or lemon. Okay. And actually, when you get those squeezy lime things, the squeezy lime.
Oh, right. The artificial one? I mean, not the artificial, but the ones that are pre-squeezed.
It kind of smells like that. It kind of smells like that lime.
More like a lime.
That comes out of it, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's taste it.
Okay.
It's nice.
Ooh, it's definitely a little floral.
It is kind of a little floral. Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Yeah, it's acidic. All these wines I'm actually surprised they're pretty acidic. Like they've got they're kind of strong, acidy kind of taste to them. But it's nice. What did you taste?
This is almost like a rose water, but with the citrus.
Citrus, definitely.
Yeah, with the citrus sort of added. Like it smells a little sweeter than it tastes. I'm not getting a lot of sweetness.
You know what's funny? It kind of tastes a little bit like a perfume.
Right, but you
like a little alcohol-y,
and you would think it might. Not that I've tasted a lot of perfumes.
Not recently.
But yeah, like you would expect it to be sweet, and it's not.
It's like
kind of like rose water too.
Yeah,
I think So I can get behind that. Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's different. It's definitely different. It's.
Different than the other two. And
different than the other two.
Doesn't taste as alcohol-y. Do you think? You do? I can taste the alcohol, but I don't feel like it's lingering.
Okay. All right.
What do you think?
I'm not sure I agree, but...
Oh, okay.
To me, it has the most astringent taste of the three. Okay. The most, you know what I mean by astringent? Like rubbing alcohol-y kind of like it's got that really, to me, it's got more of an alcohol-y kind of taste because of what I feel like it's doing in my mouth. What is it
doing in your mouth?
What is it? What are you doing in my mouth?
Hey, get out of there.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
I don't know, but are you getting that at all?
Yeah, I guess maybe. I just, you know what? These are different.
Different.
No, but I'm feeling like I don't have a lot of experience with these wines.
Yeah.
So I don't have a handle on it.
Get a grip. Get a grip, girl. Get a grip, girlfriend.
So I can't tell if I really like it or if
I hate it.
No. But okay, what would you eat with this?
Oh, I'm not sure. I think it's more of fried food.
Friday food.
Well, you could see the fried foods, but maybe more Asian-y too, like more spicy. Maybe more spicy.
I think that these wines actually lend themselves to enjoying a meal. I
think I fully agree.
I think actually because it would sort of cut it a little bit more.
Like cheese would be good, some good sharp. I'm not a Malaya
cheese.
But a good Famunda cheese. No, but a good like cheddar or sharp cheese. I think would do well. Why are you laughing about that?
No, but I think you're right. I mean, well, maybe I said it, but I think I'm right that you have to eat with these wines.
You have to eat.
You must eat.
With these ones? I agree. I think they
survive.
Need food. I think they need food.
Yeah.
Any other foods that you would have with it?
No, I think that, you know what? I think everything we've said and what they because they kind of recommended spicy foods, didn't they? Totally. I think these wines would do well because they do have a bite to them.
Yeah, for sure.
So you might as well bite with them.
Bite them. That's right. Do bite.
Yeah.
Okay, what rating would you give this one?
Okay, so I'm going to give this one a 6.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the first one before the other two.
We finally agree. I'm giving this one a 6 as well. I like it. I'd drink it. I don't think I'd buy it. The first one I really liked. I would buy that one.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite too.
So of the three, these are the one. That's the one. The Amalaya is the one, and you're not lying. The Amalaya is the one that you would finish
tonight. And so we're going to have a fight.
No, because I'll make you drink the others. No. And then what is your overall impression of Torrontés?
Well, you know what? I think it's something I would like to continue to try.
Yeah, I kind of feel like it's one of those wines for you out there in listening land. You kind of should try it.
Right.
It's different. It's a unique kind of white wine experience. I think you need to try it.
And look, their country just won the World Cup. People,
yeah,
honor
Lionel Messi.
them. Honor them.
Honor them, please.
But no, and I do think it is something where I bet you would find some ones that you really like. And the first one is definitely a keeper.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, should we do the taste profiles expected?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Wine Folly says, in general, of a Torrontés, Meyer lemon, peach, rose petal, geranium, citrus zest. The Amalaya decanter says, perfumed with citrus and lifted floral jasmine. Then to a palate underpinned with creamy acidity. The website says, citrus notes of grapefruit and lemon skins dominate the nose. Okay. What did we say about that one?
Well, we did have like apple, rose, earthy. You were really feeling like it was very earthy. I had green pear, floral notes.
Okay.
So we did okay.
Yeah. Okay. We got grapefruit in the other one, but we didn't get it in that one. The Zolo, James Suckling says, perfumed aromas of orange blossom, lime zest, white peach, and honeydew melon. And the winery says, fresh and bright with loads of jasmine, citrus, and white peach flowers.
Okay.
And the Bodega Colome, James Suckling said, aromas of elder flowers. What the hell is an elder flower?
An old flower.
Yeah, lemon blossom, green apples, and melon, balanced and so drinkable with no bitterness or pithiness.
Oh, wow.
I don't think he's right on that one.
Gosh.
I think his taste buds are screwed up. Okay, and the winery says, floral notes of roses, the citrus aroma of grapefruit, and a spicy hint.
Okay.
So I think we got that too.
I think we did okay.
Yeah. So again, I think try this wine. Definitely worth trying, especially if you're a white wine lover and you want to try something different. I do think if you're a red wine lover, this might be a really interesting choice to try and see what you think, because it's got some like spice on it, some body, some complexity. It's kind of an interesting wine.
Yeah, and enjoy it with a nice meal.
A nice meal and a soccer game.
Right.
Rewatch the World Cup. And, while Lionel Messi is scoring goals, just olé, and you drink it down. Olé. I don't know why I said olé. That was so stupid.
Because that's what we always say. Olé.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Anyway, we want to thank you so very much for listening to us. We are the Wine Pair Podcast. And, while you're thinking about it, because you are thinking about it,
of course,
you should subscribe, and you should also give us a really nice rating and review.
I'm always thinking about it.
And we'd love to hear from you, so you can reach out to us on our website, thewinepairpodcast.com, and you can email us at joe@thewinepairpodcast.com, and you can follow us on Instagram and see these beautiful bottles and this beautiful wine, and you can follow us also on Counter Social, and you can DM us and let us know what you think and wines you want us to try, and if you want to hang out and all that kind of fun stuff. And again, thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. And as we say, life is short, so stop drinking shitty wine.
All right.
And the happy ending at the end of our story. Always think too much.